I got digital dash, can't ride with a op. I walk in the store and I buy the stock. I hide in the bins and pull out the lot. Got Tiffany diamond, it cost me a lot. They flying like birds, but drop on this hot. 400 degrees, I burned up the block. Burn out, make one call, they turn out. CC the gang, get the word out. When the shit getting hot, you the first out. Cover my wrist with a watch and I flood it with rocks. Now I look at the time all day. Be high, I ride through your block and I drop off the top. And I know you can see my face. You my dog at the end, don't care what the bitches say. I got digital dash, can't ride with a op. I walk in the store and I buy the stock. I have in the bins and pull out.
Leave a like on this video within the next 5 seconds for 2K to finally fix their servers. I would not risk it.
Yo, Pierre, you wanna come out here?
Yo, what's up YouTube? It's your boy Fitz back with yet another video. Today I got y'all boys with the best big man build in NBA2K22, and I'm gonna keep the trend going where I'm giving y'all boys the best build for current gen, the best build for next gen, all in one video. But it's about that time. It's time to give y'all boys the bad setups to go along with these builds, and these builds are gonna be very build specific. So I will be giving y'all boys the best bad setups for finishing, shooting, playmaking, and defending for every build I give y'all. And I'm gonna give y'all 2 for next gen and 2 for current gen. Now for next gen, I'm gonna give y'all a brand new build that is pretty much a build I didn't put in the top 3, or I gave y'all 4 builds. So if y'all want to go to that video and see some builds that you're gonna be able to do a lot of different things when it comes to contact dunks, that's gonna be a really good video for you. But this build is gonna be pretty much the most dominant big man build and the most well-rounded big man build for next gen. And then on current gen, I'm gonna give you guys the best inside big man build and the best shooting big man build. So yeah, I'm gonna be doing all that in this video while I give you guys the bad setups for every build for this video. So yeah, if you guys want more videos like this, y'all want me to put more time into these videos like I'm doing for this one, giving y'all bad setups and all that, all you gotta do is smash, break, and destroy the like button, hit that sub button. Everybody new to the channel, hit that sub button, I really would appreciate it. But yeah man, without further ado, let's hop straight into it. Alright, so when it comes to next gen, we're gonna do the next gen builds first. I'm gonna add a timestamps like I always do on my videos, so whenever you want, wherever part of the video you want to get to, you can get to that. So first build is going to be the most dominant big man build on next gen. Now, like I said on current, or not next gen, but like I said for the guards for next gen, I told y'all it was gonna be very short builds because you have to reach certain things to be able to get certain badges, and those certain badges are extremely important. When it comes to big man, it's just very overpowered making a big man like this. So position, you're gonna be at the center position. Then when it comes to the number, I didn't change it, but I'm gonna go with 4 every single time. Then when it comes to the height, weight, wingspan, where you're gonna go 7'3", 230 on the pounds, and 8'1" wingspan. But I actually found out this year the way the body type works is depending on your weight. So if you want to go slight, you have to be under a certain weight. If you want to be able to get burly on your big man build, you have to be up to like 275 at least. So I like that 2K tried to implement some new things without telling us. That's kind of hard. But yeah, I am gonna go with built because I'm not big enough to be burly. You want to be pretty much as big as possible, but I do see a lot of people setting better screens with slight builds. I don't know why that is, but it is. But yeah, then when it comes to the build, we gonna be 30 on finishing, 17 on shooting, and 3 on playmaking, with 36 on defensive with really good physicals. Now we don't have acceleration. Why? Because we don't have a speed of ball, we don't have a ball handle, so it's no point because we're not gonna be dribbling with this build. Then when it comes to strength, vertical, and stamina, you're gonna be pretty much straight. Now when it comes to the badges, one thing that you need to know on next gen, you're gonna be able to have extra badges for like when you go to college, and you want to go to college every time. You're getting a free 4 extra badges just by winning 6 straight games in college, and they're extremely easy. Now if you're at 60 overall, they're gonna be a little bit more harder, but yeah, you should do that. Now I'm saying that because on playmaking, you're gonna want to get that at least one more extra badge on playmaking, so you can be able to get all your badges at least bronze and be able to put them on. Because you're not gonna need needle threader, but it's gonna be really good because needle threader does pretty much one of the most important things for this build, which is gonna be giving a boost to your passing ability, and that's very important. And you're gonna need those other 3 automatically: break starter, post playmaker, and bullet passer. But when it comes to the actual attributes, you're gonna have a 99 standing up, which is extremely important because you're gonna have Hall of Fame posterizer off that and Rise Up Hall of Fame. So yeah, that's very big. And then you have a 73 driver dunk. So now you have pretty much a 99 standing dunk, and you have a 73 driving dunk on a 7'3" build, so you're gonna be able to get the pro alley-oops, which is all you really need for a big man. So you're gonna have the big man contact dunks, the pro alley-oops, that's literally all you need. Then when it comes to the close shot, you're gonna be at a 93. That's gonna be really good. Pretty much get all the badges you really need as a big man. You don't get Hall of Fame hook specialist, but hooks are just overpowered in general. You don't need that. And we did reach the 90 threshold for post control, because the least or the most you need for post control is 85 to be able to get all the badges for post control Hall of Fame. We just put that to 90 because that's the highest threshold we're gonna get to, because we wasn't gonna be able to get a 99 post control. Then when it comes to the shooting, we got 73 mid range so that we can be able to get Hall of Fame fade ace, maxed out our 3-pointer. Then when it comes to the free throw, that's at a 70. You want to reach 70 threshold to be able to be something consistent at whatever that is. So we did try to get 70 or 80 or 90 on as much things as possible. Then when it came to the pass accuracy, we got a 56 pass accuracy, so we can be able to get as many badges as possible that we would need. And I don't feel like we really need any of the other passing badges like Dimer, Floor General, and Special Delivery are just not necessary for this build. Then when it comes to the defensive rebounding, we maxed out the interior defense, but you only need a 95 interior defense to be able to get this badge right here, which is so important. That's going to be pretty much helping you set better screens. It's going to be pretty much making it harder for you to get back down, and you're going to be draining people's energy. And at Hall of Fame, it becomes really, really overpowered. And then we max out a perimeter defense. A lot of the times, people don't max out their perimeter defense on a build like this, but we actually was able to. 55 perimeter defense isn't crazy, but it's going to be a lot better than 25. So yeah, we did max that out, and we have a 60 steal. So now we have a silver on interceptor, which is very overpowered with how long our wingspan is. Don't even think that it's not overpowered with how long our wingspan is. We have an 8'1" wingspan, and we have bronze pickpocket, which again is not reaching the 70 threshold, but it's still gonna be decent because we have bronze pickpocket. Then when it comes to the block rating, we actually do end up getting one of the most overpowered attributes in the game to 99, which is block. The most overpowered ratings to get 99 is steal, block. Standing dunk is up there, driving dunk is up there, speed with ball is up there, but I would say block and steal are the two best ones. And we do get a 99 block, which is extremely overpowered. We get all the blocking badges, Hall of Fame, rim protector, chase down artist, intimidator, all goes to Hall of Fame. And then for the rebounding, I made sure to get that to a 90, and I made sure one of them got 91 so that we can now get rebound chaser to goal. So yeah, we pretty much reached everything that you really want to do on a big man build on this build. When speeds max, strengths max, it might be a little low, but do not think that for a second that you're gonna get back down. You put the right badges on, like brick wall Hall of Fame, you're gonna be able to not get back down, and you put on back down Punisher Hall of Fame, you're gonna be perfectly fine because you have a 90 post control. Just make sure that you know what you're doing in the post. Just make sure you know what you're doing on defense in the post. And then when it comes to the vertical, that's actually really good for a big man. 68. A big man this height is really good. 68 vertical. Speed might seem low to you, but when I show you guys the other build and what position I have to go with to get that speed, 64 speed with this height is very, very good. Then when it comes to the stamina, 99 stamina, just so we can be able to have as much stamina as much as possible at all times. Then when it comes to the takeovers, you get really decent options for big man. These are pretty much the only ones you're gonna get at a 7'3". I've tried to get sharp takeover at 7'3". It seems pretty much impossible. You have to take down a lot on defense, take down a lot on finishing, pretty much just only have shooting, and to be able to get that, and I don't think that's worth it. So the best takeovers to go with for your first one is either paint intimidation, stuff blocks, or you can even go with one of these post takeovers. But I feel like the more popular thing to do is going to go with paint intimidation because that's the easiest one. Stuff blocks takes a little bit more skill. I would probably go with that one more for mine. So I'm gonna show you guys what I'm gonna do. If I was making this build, I would go with this as my first one. Then on the back end, I would go with either stuff blocks, or I would even go with glass here and dimes, but I would probably go with stuff blocks, and that would be the build, the takeovers I would go with, and the build comes out as a paint beast build. So yeah, this is a very, very dominant inside, outside, big man, actual big man build. So yeah, let's go ahead and test the build to show you guys the bad setups I would use on this build. And this is gonna show you guys a lot of important things that a lot of people just wouldn't even realize that they really need to have on. Now, when it comes to the finishing, you have 30 badge upgrades. So like I said, you're gonna want this, you're gonna want this, and now you already have only 20. So the next badge I would go with easily is that. The next badge I would go with after that is easily that. Then you only have 9 left over. Now, there are a couple badges that are going to be very, 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 very useful for your build. You can go here. Grace Under Pressure is going to be really good for making close shots. This one is a very, very important badge that a lot of people are kind of sleeping on. But it really depends on what your playstyle is going to be. If you're going to be in the post a lot, you know what I'm saying? Instead of going max here, you don't really have to go max there. You can pretty much go here and then put on all the other post scoring badges to gold, and you'll be straight like that. And then now you'll have 5 still. But you know what I'm saying, that's really up to you. The most overpowered thing to probably do with this build is, I'm not gonna lie to you, is go right here, mouse in the house. You're gonna be pretty much taller than every person you go against. Every single person you go against is gonna be under 7'3". Damn near. I'm gonna be real with you. Until people get on the wave of making builds like this, it's gonna be very overpowered. And then what you could do, if you put that on, you match that with this, and you're gonna be really crazy. So anytime you're not trying to get a dunk off with fast twitch, rise up, and posterizer, you can be just mouse in the house people with hook specialists and use the last 3 and put on these 3 badges. If you just want to be toxic with it, but you can go a lot of different ways. If I was making it, to be honest, I'll probably go like that, and then for the last 3 badges, I'll probably go here or go here. Or I guess you would have to go silver right there. That's probably what I would do. Lastly, finisher, you can go bronze on, and you'll be straight on a build like this, because you're not trying to do too crazy of animations. But it's a lot of different ways you can go with for the finishing. For sure though, mouse in the house got to be put on. If you put mouse in the house, grace under pressure is not the most important badge, but it is very, very useful for sure. I would try to get as many badges as possible on your build. So maybe at that point you start to go with a lot of bronze badges. Maybe even go bronze here. You can try to get the last 3 with that. You can do that and you'll be straight, but it's a lot of ways you can go with for the finishing. Now when it comes to the shooting, this is kind of simple for me. I'm gonna go there. You're kind of more of a post score build, so you want to go there. I'm gonna go here. And I'm gonna make sure you gotta have corner specialists and catch and shoot, because this is a build that's gonna be spotting up a lot of the time. So yeah, that is kind of important for this build. If you don't really think you're gonna need this, that's gonna allow you to put on other badges like Green Machine, Hot Zone Hunter. But at this point, you really don't have any other badges that you really necessarily need. Maybe you want these 2 badges, but like you're 7'3", you're not really gonna be contested. But if you're just going for strictly a shooting setup, this is going to be the best one for you. But this badge right here is actually very useful if you know how to use it. If you don't know how to use it, then don't even waste your badge points on it. But that's what I would go with. Then when it comes to the playmaking, you get 3. Like I said, if you want to get more badges, what I would probably do is I would probably go for more finishing and defensive mainly, but you really want 1 more. Make sure to get 1 more on playmaking so that you can be able to get all 4 of these and make sure that you be able to use all of your badge points on all of this. So yeah, just want to make sure you do that. Then when it comes to the defensive rebounding, this is where it gets real interesting, because off the rip, you're going here. Off the rip, you're going here. Off the rip. Off the rip, you're going here. 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 And we still have 7 upgrades to work with. And we've put everything that we literally need. We don't really need any of this other stuff. We don't need any of this other stuff. We just get to have it if we want it. So, one badge that's kind of important for a build like this. This is not important, but like it's kind of makes this build a little overpowered. I'm gonna be real. You put Poker Stick to Hall of Fame, you're now gonna be able to pretty much jump, recover quickly, and go back up for jumping when it comes to going for a rebound, a block attempt, or even a jump shot. And this build has a 99 block. So you do that with Poker Stick Hall of Fame on this build, it's gonna be very, very overpowered. But I'm not trying to be that toxic. I know what a lot of people probably do. A lot of people probably do go worm, put the rest on box. That's probably what people would do. Another option that you could do, if you want to get even more toxic, since you don't have the crazy steal rating, you go right here and you go here. And then for the last badge grade, you can just go with like a post move lockdown. That's really up to you. It's a lot of different ways you can go with for the defensive rebounding, but I just want to make sure that y'all know the most important badges is to have all these badges: Brick Wall Hall of Fame, Intimidator Hall of Fame, Rebound Chaser Gold, Interceptor Silver, Chase Down Hall of Fame, and Rim Protector Hall of Fame. Just very important to have these badges on. Alright, so hopping into the next build. Like I said, the last build is more of a dominant, more of a regular big man look of a build. This is going to be kind of more regular for like the past year, but this is going to be more versatile. You're going to be able to do a lot more in this build in terms of defense especially. So let's hop into it. So first things first, this is a big man build, but we're making that small fort because at small fort, you can just go a lot more lower on the weight, and that's just going to allow you to be a lot faster, which is going to be different than 3 speed, but 3 speed on this game for this build is going to be very important because you're going to be able to reach a whole nother threshold. So yeah, next is the height weight. Wingspan, 6'8" is the height we're going with on this build. It's a big difference between 6'8" and 7'3", but a lot of times on next gen, I feel like The tallest you might go with against on a regular basis is 7'1", whether you're playing 5v5, 3v3, or even 2v2. I don't think it's gonna be a lot of people making 7'3s because they just think after last year it's just not really a popular thing to do. But yeah, 6'8", you're gonna be straight. 186 weight. That's why we made it at the small forward, because the only way you can go down to on power forward is like 215 or 210, but we get to go all the way down to 185 and we put it to 186. And then we have a max wingspan, body type. Like I said, it's really depending on your weight, and we just went with the thickest possible. But yeah, that was built. So yeah, then when it comes to the attributes, you're gonna actually have really good attributes on this build. Now when it comes to the badges, you have 18, 18, 14, and 30. Now, another thing, just like the last build, you're gonna have the ability to pretty much get extra badges on this build, so you gotta keep that in mind. But with that being said, this build has 18 finishing. How? We have a 90 standing dunk. That's going to be able to reach its second best threshold. The next one will be 99. You don't even have the ability to get 99 on this build, so we just made sure that we got the next best one because we are a big man build, and we have an 84 driving dunk, so now we actually have the ability to get contact dunks with a 68 driving layup and a 40 close shot. So you're not going to be crazy at doing close shots, but you're going to be able to make layups if you're wide open. But yeah, we're not really trying to do layups in general. We're trying to dunk it every single time, and that's why we're going to have the right badges on when I get into that later. Then when it comes to the shooting, we have a max three-pointer, 70 mid-range, so you can reach the threshold with a 71 free throw. You don't really need crazy free throw on a big man build. You're not going to be shooting too many free throws regardless, and if you do, you have a 71 so that you can make it every single time. Just find you the right free throw, and I drop videos for that, so just go look at the best animations, and I have a free throw in there strictly for you. So yeah, you get 18 shooting for that. You're gonna be straight. You're gonna get all the badges that you really need. Only thing I would really want is a little bit higher three-pointer or even midi, so I can be able to get that sniper to Hall of Fame. But we're gonna be straight because they might end up patching that in the future, but they haven't patched it as of now. Then when it comes to the playmaking, we have a 51 pass accuracy. Now why? We're gonna be able to reach bronze break starter, bronze bullet passer, and bronze playmaker. Now, if you are trying to use this build as more of a secondary ball handler, you probably would need like a 70 pass accuracy. But to be able to get all the other things that I got, like a 90 standing dunk, all the good defensive stats I have, even the max physicals, it's just very important to not go that high on pass accuracy and just make sure that you get what you really need, which are those 3 badges, at least bronze, at least. Now, one thing that you can do to try to get that up, you can lower this to 75 and put the rest on that, but you're not going to get that much pass accuracy regardless. So that's why I just kept it at that and maxed out the ball handle, because the lower your ball handle, the easier it is to rip you no matter what you're trying to get. So I try to make sure at all times try to get my ball handle as high as possible. So yeah, we do have a high ball handle on this build, so we're going to be able to get a lot of badges like unpluckable, which is extremely important, even hands for days, and we have a good speed with ball, so we have silver quick for step. So yeah, that's very important. And then for the defensive and rebounding, I just make sure to reach a lot of thresholds for badges, or even the threshold of 70, 80, or 90. So you're gonna see a lot of 80s, a lot of 90s, and a lot of 70s. So we have a 70 interior defense because we couldn't reach an 80 because it would only go to a 72, so we just kept that at a 70. That's gonna, you know what I'm saying? This build is only gonna have bronze brick wall because you have to have a 76 interior defense. We only could get to a 72 on this build, so if you feel like you need a higher interior defense, maybe, because that's gonna help you get better shot contest in the paint. It's gonna help you pretty much set better screens because you're gonna be able to get brick wall higher. It's gonna help you not get back down as easily, and it's gonna help you not get contact dunked as much as possible. But 70 interior defense is gonna be straight with the combination of the 90 block. You're gonna be perfectly fine in the paint, in my opinion, especially with the badges I'm gonna tell you to put on. So yeah, then when it comes to the perimeter defense, you got a 90 on perimeter defense. That is going to be reaching the threshold that you really need to be able to move laterally really well, and get really good shot contest on the perimeter, which is very, very important on this game, especially with how people are using Mix Match Expert. Use the last build, Mix Match Expert is going to be demolishing that build. You're going to have to pretty much jump at them every single time to try to block it. So yeah, then when it comes to the steal, you have an 86 because we couldn't get a 90 threshold, so we just wanted to make sure that we can be able to get gold interceptor and gold pickpocket. Then we have a 90 block because if I go any higher, I'm not getting any extra badges or tiers to badges, so I just made sure to be able to get Hall of Fame chase down with Hall of Fame pogo stick with gold rim protector. I think you have to have a 97 block, and we wasn't gonna be able to get that on this build. I could have had my offensive rebound go a little bit higher, but I just kept it at 80 because you're not gonna be going for too many offensive rebounds. But I made sure to make sure that you can actually reach the threshold for 80. But one thing I would say about this build, you do want to have a 91 rebound because you're gonna have to get that 91 rebound to be able to get rebound chases. So honestly, I thought I had that. So let me see something real quick. I was supposed to have that. Maybe you have to go down right there. So yeah, we're just gonna have to have a 76 ball handle because we need that gold rebounder for sure. Now, one thing I say about this, you get a couple left over on the back end, so we'll probably put that right there, or you can go right here and try to get that higher. It's gonna make a bigger difference on free throw, so I just put that on the free throw. But yeah, we got a 91 defensive rebound now. We had to lower the ball handle. Like I said, I do want to have my ball handle as high as possible, but this is not a build to really be the main ball handler or even the secondary ball handler because of the pass accuracy off that alone. But you are gonna be able to create for yourself, so you got to keep that in mind. But yeah, it's a lot of things going on with this build that you're gonna be able to reach badge thresholds, a lot of different things. Speed, acceleration, strength, all max. Vertical, we wanted to get that max, but we just couldn't. We had to get that to a 90, and then the stamina is at a 99. Then when it comes to the takeovers, you're gonna have really, really good options. You're gonna have glass, rim protector, and lockdown, which is in my opinion the most overpowered one right now. Lockdown and rim protector are very good, and sharp, which is extremely good for this build. But what I'm gonna go with, if I was making it, I would go with stuff blocks, but the more easier one is going to be paint intimidation, so I do advise of that one. Then when it comes to the sharp takeovers, I would go with limitless takeover, but the more easier one for this build especially is spot of precision, and the build comes out as an actual rare name on next gen, perimeter lockdown. Now this is not a rare name in the past, but this is actually a rare name this year. I don't really see a lot of people getting this name, perimeter lockdown. So yeah, this is going to be a really, really good, versatile big man build. Let's go over the badge setup for this build too. Now, when it comes to the overall, to be able to do the badges, you got to put it to 99. Now, first things first, what we're going to be doing, Hall of Fame, fast twitch. Then when it comes to posterizer and rise up, you want to max both of those out. You want to max both of those out. All these badges have to be maxed. Now, one more thing that's kind of, like, not even kind of, very important. You got to put the last badges on Limitless Takeoff. Limitless Takeoff does for posterizer what Fast Twitch does for Rise Up. It's just very overpowered, very good, and very useful. One badge I kind of wish you could get on this build was Giant Slayer, but I don't think I think you have to be 6'6" and under to be able to get that. But still a very, very important badge to cancel out badges like Rim Protector. It's gonna make you not get blocked as much, but you don't get that on this build, so we don't even have to waste no more time on that. Then when it comes to the shooting, this is a spot up build, so you want to max out all the spot up badges. So yeah, make sure that you get as many of those as possible. Now, when it comes to these last couple badges, you can go here and you can go here, and you'll be straight. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't necessarily need that eye. You don't necessarily need blinders on this build. But I'm gonna be real with you, you're gonna want those badges at least bronze. You're gonna want them at least bronze. Now, if you are dribbling and like ISOing sometimes with this build, Stop and Pop is an amazing build. Probably the best shooting badge for ISO. It could arguably be the best shooting badge for ISO if it's not blinders, if it's not like mixed match expert. But I do feel like Stop and Pop is a very good badge. It's gonna pretty much boost the shot rating on standstills, 3-pointers, rhythm shooters is another good one. But if we just being a spot up, this is probably the best badge setup for you. Then when it comes to the playmaking, you have a really decent amount. You're gonna go with unpluckable, that's auto. You're gonna go with quick first step, that is auto. You might even go here, that might be auto also. But one more badge that I would say, since I don't think that this build is gonna be dribbling that much, you gotta go here, you gotta go here. You gotta go here. Now, you don't necessarily need this badge depending on what you're playing, but you do need this badge. Look at what it says. It says even after a rebound, you're gonna need that badge. So you might not need this badge. So say for instance you don't go with that badge, I'm gonna go with glue hands. Glue hands for spot ups is extremely important. I cannot say it enough. It is extremely important. So if you went here, you went here. But if you don't go there, what the badge I would go with is Hyperdrive. Hyperdrive is a very nice badge. It's going to be making you dribble that much faster, going up the court, and even bronze makes that big of a difference. So yeah, when it comes to the defensive now, we're going to have a lot of badges to work with. We're going to go with Intimidator, that's auto. That's auto. Rebound Chaser, that is auto again. Interceptor, that is another auto one. Now, we got a lot of badges we got to put on. From Chase Down Artists, I don't even see Rim Protector. Where's Rim Protector? I literally don't see Rim Protector. I'm tweaking right now. Okay, I see it. Yeah, so yeah, we're gonna max out all these badges. Clamps even might get maxed out because clamps is very important. So we have Chase Down Artist, Intimidator. We need Brick Wall for whatever we can get it. We gotta get that. So these are all the badges that we need. We need to max out every single time on any badge setup, whether you're a guard or a big. I feel like you have to max these out. Now, as a guard, in some aspects, instead of Rim Protector, you would go with Pickpocket. So yeah, that is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But you're gonna get extra badges. If you get extra badges on this build, you're easily gonna go with more extra badges on defensive rebounding and finishing. easily. If anything, you're gonna go with, I believe we needed 2 more. You want 2 more on finishing so you can be able to get limitless takeoff gold, and you're gonna want more on defensive rebounding so that you can be able to get more extra badges, because you're gonna want at least silver pickpocket. Some people might want this, but I don't really think it's necessary. That depends on a lot of different things, you know what I'm saying? You might even want pick dodger depending on how much of a lockdown you're trying to play like, but like if you playing sides, you're not needing that, to be honest. If you know what you're doing playing sides, so you could really go with this as your last badge. This, you kind of would want this to be a little bit higher. I'm gonna be real, you kind of gonna want that to be a little bit higher. You really want this to get to Hall of Fame. So if you feel like you can stay with the finishing at where it is, you might want to go with 4 more on finishing and get nothing else, because that would get this 34 defensive rebound badges. But that is again up to you. So yeah, that's what I would do for all these badge setups for this build. Alright, so hopping into current gen, first build we're gonna go over is the best interior build on current gen. And I actually finally got my face cam changed, so let me know if it's a W or L. But yeah, let's hop into it. So for the position, we're gonna go with the powerful position. Hand is up to you. Number we're going with 4 every single time. Then when it comes to the pie chart, we're gonna go down here and go with the red. Now I'm gonna tell y'all some underrated pie charts. This pie chart right here is very underrated. It gets really good defense, almost better defense. Well, it pretty much gets the same defense, but some people have said it's better, but it's not. But I'm gonna go with this pie chart for video purposes. Then when it comes to the physicals, you can go down here and go with the balance. This is the best pie chart for it inside big, in my opinion. You can go with some faster ones, but you're gonna be pretty much just as fast, but way more strength. Really good vertical, so I'm gonna go with that one. Then when it comes to the attributes, y'all know how we make these joints. You're gonna get 16, 1, 6, and 30. And you're gonna max out literally everything on defensive rebounding. Every single thing. And we're gonna try to go through these as quick as possible, because we're gonna be doing the bad setups on this one too. So yeah, like I said, you're gonna be maxing out the close shot, the driving layup, and you're gonna max out the driving dunk, standing dunk, pass accuracy, post control, and everything on defense. Then when it comes to the body type, that's really up to you. I'm gonna go barely down on the weight or height. You're gonna go 2.02 meters. 2.03 is 6'8", so if you want to go with the regular imperial system, you can go 6'8", but I think going 2.02 just makes this build that much better. Then when it comes to the weight, you're gonna go up. Usually you go down, you're gonna go up. Why you want to go up? Because you're gonna get that strength. That strength is just gonna make that big of a difference. And yeah, you don't really get any more speed, you don't really get any more anything. So we want to get our max interior defense and strength possible. Wingspan, we're gonna max that out too. So yeah, look at the build. We're gonna be getting 88 driving dunk off the rip, 93 standing dunk off the rip, 87 close shot off the rip, and everything on this build is gonna be going up +4 from 95 to 99 overall. So you're gonna get +4 for that, and you're gonna get gym rat back. So everything on the physical is gonna go up +8. So you now have a 99 strength, you now have a 93 vertical, you're now gonna have an 83 speed, and you're gonna have an 81 acceleration. Really, really, really good physicals. Now, if you made it with a speed pie chart or a speed vert, I think with the speed vert you would have a 99 vertical, a 93 speed with like a 91 acceleration, but with like a 60 something strength, I feel like this one is a lot better, and you will only have like a 70 interior defense. This build is gonna have an 88 interior defense, a 90 plus perimeter defense, a 90 plus quickness, a 96 steal, a 90 plus block, a 90 plus offensive rebound, and a 94 defensive rebound. And you're gonna have a 92 driving dunk. It's gonna allow you to get all of the content dunks, whether it's big man, elite, or even the pro. So yeah, that's the build. And then when it comes to the takeovers, you get glass cleaner and rim. I'm gonna go with glass cleaner on current gen every single time on a big man build, unless I get slasher or post or even a sharp. But yeah, the build comes out as a versatile paint beast build, and yeah, that's going to be the build. Let's go ahead and get into the bad setups like I told y'all boys I was gonna go over. Now, when it comes to the bad setups, first things first, we're gonna go over the finishing. Now, for the finishing, we're gonna have 16 badge upgrades to work with. So we're gonna go posterizer, we're gonna go rise up, and we're gonna go, where is it, fast twitch. Those are the 3 auto badges you have to go with. Now, you can go here and you'll be straight. Now, one thing about this build, if you have Giant Slayer, we don't want to put it on, but for the reducing the possibility of getting blocked. But I know a lot of people are not going to trust that, so they don't want to go with Giant Slayer. So what other badges can you put on? I would go bronze right here. That can be your bronze badge, because you're going to have 1 extra. You don't get Hall of Fame, so you're going to have 1 extra. You're going to have 15 and then 1 extra. So you're going to be able to get 5 gold badges with 1 extra. I feel like bronze Lob City finishers is going to be doing that good of a job. Grace under pressure, very, very good badge. It's going to be pretty much making you make a lot more standing layups or under the rim. You can go here for the last badge, or you can go put back boss. Either one of those are going to be very, very good. It depends on what you're doing more. Are you going to be getting the ball in position to be able to do a rim run, or are you going to be under the rim at a lot of more of the times and get putback balls? Another good badge is Slowly Finisher on current gen, but I personally probably would go with putback balls for my badges. Then when it comes to the shooting, you only have one badge upgrade to work with. So if you would have put shooting on, you actually have every single badge opportunity, unlike next gen, but it doesn't really matter because you only get one badge. So we're gonna just go ahead and throw that on slippery off ball. That's what I was trying to find. Now when it comes to the playmaking is very important to have unpluckable on goal. You don't want to get ripped no matter what. Now, this build does have a decent amount of dribbling, but this is the last year where you can just speed glitch on any build. So I don't even know if quick first step is the build to go with or badge to go with for this build. Honestly, what I would do is, depending on what your pass accuracy is, I'll go with bullet passer gold, or you can go with needle threader gold. Needle threader gold actually is going to be improving your passing ability, so that's going to help you pass a lot better, passing through tighter windows. I feel like that's more of a big man badge. Bullet pass is more of a guard badge, but guards you kind of want to use both regardless. So yeah, that's probably what I would do. Or you can just go like bronze here, go with another badge right here, and you be straight. That's probably what I would do, because this is going to pretty much boost the shot percentage on passes made out of the post. So even if you don't want to go with those two badges, you might even be able to just go here, and that's just going to be really good because it's not just out of the post, it's going to be off of an offensive rebound too. So yeah, you can also go with that. Now, last but not least, when it comes to the defensive rebounding badge setup for this build, you actually have 30 badge upgrades to work with, and these are auto, what you're gonna go with every single time. Rebound chaser, auto. Rim protector, auto. Intimidator, auto. Interceptor, auto. Brick wall, auto. Chase down artist, auto. Pogo stick, auto. That is very overpowered on current gen. I'm telling y'all right now, do not sleep on this badge. On current gen, it's very good. It's gonna be really good for going for rebounds more and more, jumping more and more. Very underrated badge. I feel like it's gonna get non-underrated as the year goes on. So y'all definitely want to get hip to it as soon and early as possible. And last but not least, I'm gonna go ahead and throw on clamps because you kind of do need that, but get as many bumps as possible. So you could go gold and gold. I'm gonna go Hall of Fame. If you feel like any of these other badges, maybe Interceptor for you might be the badge that you don't really need Hall of Fame. I don't know what it could be. Chase down artist, you get it to bronze. The tiers you go up, it just gets faster and faster. So maybe you don't feel like you need Hall of Fame. Honestly, I would say I would go with Hall of Fame chase down artist. But yeah, that's going to be the badge setup for this build and the build. That's the best inside big man in the game. Let's get into the best shooting big man for current gen. All right, so now we're hopping into the best shooting big man for current gen. Now we're gonna be at the power forward position yet again, number 4 hand right every single time. Now when it comes to the attributes and pie chart, this is where you're gonna get your attributes and your Hall of Fame badges. We're gonna go down here and go with the shooting and defensive. Now there are a couple shooting and defensive. You got this one where you're gonna get more finishing than shooting, and you got this one where you're gonna get more shooting than finishing. But me personally, I'm gonna go with the one where you get both Hall of Fame badges. I just feel like having Hall of Fame defensive badges and Hall of Fame shooting badges is just a little bit too important. So yeah, I'm gonna go with that. And right here you can go balance, you can go speed vert. I think you kind of do want to go speed vert so you can be as fast as possible, because you don't have the ability to just be as fast in general as the other build. So yeah, I'm gonna go with this one. Then when it comes to the badges and attributes, you're gonna pretty much max out the close shot, max out the driving layup or driving dunk and standing dunk. Then when it comes to the mid-range shooting and free throw, you're gonna max out all this pretty much, and we're gonna wait on that. Then when it comes to the defensive rebound, you're gonna max out pretty much all this pretty much getting maxed out. Now this is gonna be the thing that is gonna happen right here. You're gonna have 11 left over, so you either gonna put that on perimeter defense or offensive rebound. That's really up to you. Now last but not least, we're gonna throw that right there, and that's pretty much how it's gonna be. I don't even think we throw that right there. I think we put that to so we can have 8 finishing, I believe. Yeah, we put that to have 8 finishing, and then put the rest right here so we can get 18 shooting. So yeah, we're gonna have 8 finishing, 18 shooting. So right here, this is where it's gonna work. Either you can go max perimeter defense like this and put the rest on offensive rebound, and get less badges, or you're gonna go max right there and go right here. It's really up to you. You're gonna lose 2 badges doing that, but you're gonna be a little bit better at getting shot contests on perimeter. But if perimeter defense was like on next gen, I would 100% go with the max perimeter defense, but there is a lateral quickness attribute that you can upgrade, so I won't go like that. Body type is completely up to you. I'm gonna go burly. Height. Height, again, we're gonna go down here to 2.02, but if you want to be the best height, I would honestly say for a shooting big man, 6'7" is the best one. If you're going with the regular height, because you don't really want that 3-pointer to be too low, but you can go 6'8". 6'8" is 2.03. You want to be 6'7", that's 2.01. I'm gonna go 2.02. That's right in the middle. It's the perfect height for shooting big man. This is actually the perfect height in my opinion. When it comes to the height, you're pretty much just gonna minimize the height or weight as much as possible to get as much speed, acceleration, perimeter defense, lateral quickness, and driving layup. Now, say for instance, you're gonna be able to get a little bit extra, so I'm gonna go 84 kilograms, and that's gonna pretty much not give me minimum interior defense, minimum strength, and yeah, the strength is extremely low. That's why on the other build we went with the balanced pie chart so you can get way more strength. But this build, you would just be way too slow. So yeah, I had to go with the speed vert because you need that vertical and you need that speed. Then when it comes to the wingspan, that's really up to you, but I'm gonna max it out every time on any build I'm using. And this build has the ability to get the pro driving dunk. It has the ability to get the pro alley-oop dunks. It has the ability to shoot consistently because you're gonna have a 75 3-pointer at 99. I have my build where I had no badges. I just upgraded it and I was shooting consistently on it. So you just be straight with whatever. I only have a 64 3-pointer on that build. You'll be straight with this for sure. And look at the defense. You're gonna have pretty much really well-rounded defense. Now when it comes to everything that you see on the screen is going up +4 from 95 to 99. So you have a 75 3-pointer, a 79 driving dunk, an 86 standing dunk, a 91 close shot. Even on the defense, 85 lateral quickness, really good for a big man. 86 steal, 82 block. You're gonna be reaching a lot of thresholds. The only threshold you're not really reaching that you kind of want to do is the offensive rebound. But even on the perimeter defense, you got a 70+ perimeter defense, an 80+ lateral quickness, 80+ steal, 80+ block, and an 80+ defensive rebound, which is really good. But when it comes to the physicals, you're gonna have a 88 vertical, an 87 speed, and an 86 acceleration. So that's pretty much how the build gonna be. And then when it comes to the takeovers, you get rim protector, sharp, glass, and slasher. Now this is completely up to you. Now, if this was last year where you could speed glitch on any build, I would definitely go slasher. But I still feel like slasher is the best big man takeover on this game because of all the things that it does give you. But I'm gonna be real. This is a shooting big. Sharp might be the best one for you. It's out of these three. It's either sharp, glass, or slash. It's really up to you which one you want to go with. You can go slash for some things, you can go glassing for some things, and you can go sharp for some things. For video purposes, so I do something different, I'm gonna go sharp, and the build comes out as a glassing build. Anytime you see this build name on CurrentGen, they're most likely gonna be able to shoot. Now, let's hop into the badge setups. Now, when it comes to the finishing badge setup, we only have 8 badge upgrades to work with. So we don't have posterized, we don't have contact dunks, but that does allow you to get more. Pretty much, it allows you to pretty much dunk more in general. So that's going to be a good badge to have on, even if you don't have the contact dunk packages. But we're not going to use it. We're going to go with fast twitch, rise up, and lob city finisher. Now, you can use it if you just want to go bronze here, and you can go bronze here and have both of those bronze so that you can finish that. You can go hand in hand, and it'll be really good to be able to dunk in certain situations and make the dunk in certain situations where you would miss if you don't have posterizer, or you can just go here, go silver. But I'm gonna go here and make sure I have both of those so I can just be more consistent in all the times I actually do go up for standing dunks. Next is the shooting badges. Now for the shooting badges is where it gets very, very interesting, and you got to keep these joints consistent. Now, most overpowered badge in the game right now for shooting is sniper, but if you don't feel like you want to shoot whites, you don't have to use that. I just feel like it's just a really good badge, so I would just say use it. Next is catch and shoot. This is a spot up build. Corner specialist, this is a spot up build. Green machine, hot zone hunter, this is a spot up build. Now, for the last badge, you will have to go green machine silver, but all these other badges, you want these joints to be maxed. Now, if corner specialist is how it was in the previous years, you can go silver on that and go Hall of Fame on green machine. That's really up to you. If you don't shoot in the corner that much, you don't have to go silver on that, but that's probably much how I would do it. I'll go like this for any spot up build on this game. It's just gonna be really overpowered and really good. Next is the playmaking. Now for the playmaking, this can go a lot of different ways. You're not going to be getting a lot of offensive rebounds. This is a spot up build, so you're not going to be in the paint a lot of the times. But if you do want to go with this bronze that could have a boost, you can go bronze on this to be able to just have that ability to not get ripped in a lot of situations. But that's not going to make that big of a difference. You can go here. You can go here. I think this is probably the best badge for this build. None of these badges are really that crazy, but this is actually a very underrated badge. It's gonna help you catch and shoot in way more situations, way more consistently. So I might actually just go with that for this build because you are a catch and shoot build. And last but not least is the defensive rebounding badge setup, and this doesn't have 30 like the last one. You don't have the ability to get 30, and that's why this build is at the same time the best big man build, but it takes more skill because not only are you having the time jump shots now, but you don't have as many badges to just work with. So when it comes to making this build, you're gonna have interceptor, you're gonna have this, you're gonna have this, you're gonna have this, you're gonna have all these badges, but you just gonna have to take a hit somewhere. So when it comes to taking a hit, I would probably say you have to take a hit right there. You probably gotta take a hit here. I know for a fact we're gonna have this though. I know for a fact. Now, I believe there is a badge I'm missing. Now, pogo stick is the badge that we are missing. Now, so say for instance you want some pogo stick, you probably gonna have to go silver and silver. That's probably the only way you're gonna be able to make this work, to be honest. But with that being said, that's just gonna have to be your thing. You're gonna have to figure out either you don't want pogo stick, because I feel like that's gonna be a badge that's gonna be real crucial in this year. Go Hall of Fame interceptor. Maybe you go up right here, get gold and have silver interceptor. It's a lot of different ways you can do this. I would just want to have it bronze just to make sure you have it and have all these other badges Hall of Fame. If you don't know, remember that it enhances badges like Intimidator and Chase Down Artist and Pogo Stick. So even this with being bronze, remember this is going to make it that much easier and that much better. So yeah, all these other badges are just so important. Brick Wall, Rebound Chaser, Intimidator, Rim Protector. Only options to really take down is Interceptor, Chase Down Artist, or Pogo Stick. It's really of those three. Maybe you don't even want Interceptor. Maybe you want this and then you put the last one on that, and you just be straight on the passing lanes with your skill. That's up to you. I don't advise of that. I would go like this. So yeah, man, that's going to be the end of this video. That is going to be pretty much the best big man build for current gen and next gen. I gave y'all boys 2 builds on next gen, the dominant one and the more versatile one, while also giving y'all the best bad setup for finishing, shooting, playmaking, and defending on next gen. Then when it came to current gen, I gave y'all the best inside and the best outside build, while also giving y'all boys the best bad setups for finishing, shooting, playmaking, and defensive. So yeah, man, if y'all boys want me to do this in every single one of these videos, where I've been giving y'all boys I've already been giving y'all boys the best current gen and next gen builds for everything I've been dropping. I've already been doing that, but I'm now starting to add in multiple builds in these build videos. I'm also starting to add in the bad setups with that. If y'all boys want more stuff like this, man, y'all got to show the support and like the video. These videos take forever. So if y'all boys want me to keep going that crazy with the work ethic, man, I need y'all boys to go crazy with the like button. I need y'all to go crazy with the sub button. If you're new, it's just that simple. Smash, break, and destroy the like button and the sub button. I need it. Turn on post notifications to be the first to every single my videos. Share this video to anybody you think that need this, or anybody you think this will help. But yeah, man, it's your boy Fitz, man, and other man.
Tell them to bring me my money. Yeah!
Alright, before we go too far into this video, I want to make sure to go over this. Now, we were at 4.2%. We're all the way up to 9.7%. But still, 90% of y'all that are watching my videos aren't even subscribed. I know y'all mess with the videos. We finna be going so crazy, so you might as well hit that sub button. It's that simple.